All right, we can get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We have a fantastic presentation today. I know we are very excited about this for our WGU populations. We've been chatting about this for quite some time, so I'm glad that this is finally live and ready to roll. My name is RJ Panesi. I work in our career and professional development office here at WGU, and we are excited to have Commerce Bank here with us to chat about the platform that they created for us specifically here at WGU. Before I pass it over to them, I'm actually going to start recording. Or no, it is recording. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. Well, from here, what I will do is I'm actually going to pass it over to Ashley. Ashley, the floor is yours.
All right, thanks so much, RJ. So, hi, everyone. We're so happy to be here with you today to tell you about this new financial wellness benefit that you all receive as a WGU student or alumni. So, my name's Ashley Stevenson, and I'm with the workplace banking team here in Kansas City for Commerce Bank. And I've been with the bank just about going on 5 years now. Matt Edmond, who is our workplace banking implementation manager, is also joining us today to help monitor any questions that might be placed in the chat and help assist us with some engagement and dropping some other helpful information for you all. So as we go through the presentation, please feel free to drop any questions in the chat as we're going through. There is going to be a Q&A session at the very end, and we'll make sure to address all your questions before we end here today. Okay, so the reason we are here today is WGU has collaborated with us to bring in My Milestones as a free benefit to all of you. So My Milestones is an interactive financial wellness platform, and it provides education on several different financial topics. Then it delivers that education in the way that you really like to learn best. So with My Milestones, you'll be able to take control of your personal finances. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the why behind why My Milestones is such a great benefit to all of you. So most of the time when we think of benefits, we tend to think of health and mental wellness. But financial wellness can really have a huge impact on us all as well. So Matt, we're ready for our first question to be dropped in the chat. Thank you so much. So what grade would you give yourself, A through F, when it comes to your own personal financial knowledge? So I'll give you a few moments to think about that and only answer in the chat if you feel comfortable. Otherwise, just kind of keep that grade in your head before we move forward. So I'll give you all a few moments to interact there if you'd like. Okay, we've got a B. Thank you. Looks like some other people are typing. C. Okay, thank you. Okay, B or C. Fair enough. C. B. All right. Thank you so much for that interaction. Okay, so shockingly enough, 41% of American adults said that they deserve no better than a C when it comes to their own personal financial knowledge. So My Milestones is really going to give you the ability to improve your grade and really feel less stressed about your finances in general. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what My Milestones really is. So My Milestones is a financial wellness platform that provides objective, interactive tools, education, and solutions to really empower its users to take control of their personal finances. So next, we're going to show you how you can use a variety of different learning mediums to access content that is relevant only to you. So it's also important to know that any personal information that you put into My Milestones will not be shared with your organization. Okay, so if you have any questions thus far, please make sure to put them in the chat and we'll make sure that those get addressed at the end. So we're getting ready to go over some of our favorite features on My Milestones. So we'd like it if you could follow along with us, and I'm going to go very slow as I give you these directions so that you can get successfully registered on the platform. So go ahead and take out your phone and scan that QR code now through your camera application, or you can visit the URL that Matt has dropped in the chat. So I'll give you a few moments to get to the point of filling in your information, and then we will move on from there. So I'll go ahead and pause just a few moments for you to be able to get that URL pulled up or for you to scan that QR code that is either on the slide in front of you or that Matt has dropped in the chat. Okay, so once you do that, it's going to begin asking for your name, your email, and for you to go ahead and create a password. So that being said, I'll give everyone just about a minute or so to go ahead and sign up, and then we can all look at my milestones together. So please let us know as you're registering if you need any help. And if you would, type in the chat, I'm in, or give us a thumbs up, and then we know when we can move on. So I'll just go ahead and pause there and give you a few moments. Thanks so much, Sarah and Denise. Awesome. Okay, thank you for that, Jessica. And Carrie, thank you. Awesome. Okay, so with that being said, we will go ahead and move on to the live portion of the demo. So once you go ahead and get registered, the first thing that you're going to see is a pop-up that's directing you to take the financial wellness checkup. If you exit out of that pop-up, no big deal, because there is a couple of other places where you can find the financial wellness checkup. One of those places is right here, the purple box where it says get recommendations. So when you fill your financial wellness checkup out, that is so important, because that is how My Milestones is going to know what kind of content is relevant just to you. So that's the first thing that we're going to suggest that you go ahead and do. Your box is not going to be grayed out like mine. Mine's grayed out because I went ahead and done that portion. The other thing that it is going to ask you to do is to discover your money personality, which mine is also grayed out. It's the green box right underneath Get Recommendations. The reason that's so important is that really helps you dig deep to really understand the psychology behind how you feel about your saving and spending habits. So maybe some things that you haven't really thought about before, and some things that tend to be pretty eye-opening. Other thing that we're going to do together is to go ahead and set your streak goal. So in the middle of your screen where you see this red box, that is how to set your streak goal. So I'll go ahead and open that and start that task. So this is how you can set how often you would like to interact with My Milestones. So you can choose to interact daily, weekly, or monthly. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and select weekly, and I'm going to confirm that and show you what happens there. After we hit let's go, it will set this weekly streak right up here in the top right-hand corner. And I don't know about you, but I like to check off my to-do list. So this kind of gives me a sense of accomplishment that I have gone ahead and completed my weekly streak. Another thing you'll notice is when you do that, you're going to receive points. So you get points for setting your streak goal. Looks like that one was 25 points. You also get 200 points each for doing your financial wellness checkup and your money personality. So just another way to kind of make interacting and learning about finances a little bit more fun. Last thing that we're going to do here is it's asking us to go ahead and read the personalized welcome message from WGU. So we're going to go ahead and start that. And that is just really going through talking about the fact that this platform is financial wellness, really tailored to each one of you. Talks about starting out with the quick financial wellness assessment. Then it also talks about your personalized profile, which is your dashboard, which we are going over right now. And then it talks about how you're going to find all of your content in one place and see topics that are relevant just to you. Then it also goes into talk about that we're going to go over some courses and tools that are available on the platform. One thing you are going to see with every piece of content on My Milestones is this green box down at the bottom that says, was this helpful, yes or no? So as we're going through looking at content, you're going to want to make sure you interact with those boxes, because that's how the platform is going to learn what kind of content that you like to see. So now that we've gone ahead and accomplished that task, I'm going to go back to the dashboard, and it says, congrats on finishing your next priority tasks. So after I hit this, it is going to show that it's going to give me daily and monthly tasks. And then your dashboard is going to have a different look to it after you've done that. So we'll go ahead and move over to the left-hand side of the dashboard. This is where it's going to show your points. So I am on level 3 now that I have completed those monthly tasks, and it will just keep going up with the more tasks that I complete. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Outlook. So this has my financial stress score that it's going to show you after you take those 2 assessments. So mine happened to be a 23, so I'm kind of in the moderate range. And as you interact and get on the platform monthly, it's going to show you where your stress score has gone. So ideally, your stress score should be going down the more you interact with the platform. Another fun thing that it shows is after you fill out the money personality here, on the top of the financial stress score, it shows you what I was rated in each section of the money personality. So it's going to tell you your emotions type, which mine was cautious. My outlook was confident. My focus type was present focused. My influence type was independent, and my bonus type was fun seeking. So that's another thing that you can access on the dashboard. And then going down from the outlook to the checkup and moving to overview, this is another place where you can view your personalized recommendations. So in the yellow, it says go to recommendations. So that would take me directly to my recommendations based on the answers that I gave during my financial checkup. You can also go to your monthly tasks. And then there also is a prompt to the right of that to retake the checkup. So if anything has changed in your life with your personal finances, you can retake that checkup whenever you would like to. And then moving down here under overview on the left-hand side of the dashboard, that's another way you can view your top recommendations. So on the right-hand side of the screen, it views my recommendations by type. So as we mentioned, everybody likes to learn differently. So say you want to read some articles, you want to take a course, you want to use some tools, and we'll go a little bit farther deeper into each of those sections as we navigate through the platform. So these are my top recommendations. It's got some information on supporting a college student. Some recommendations on people seeking for a job, which might speak to a lot of you. So that is what the recommendation section would look like after you fill out the financial wellness checkup. And then this one right underneath is the progress. So this is where it shows your weekly progress and where you're at with your points as you navigate through the platform. And then we'll hold off to show you the favorites in the Commerce Connect until we show you a couple other things on the platform. So I'm going to move over from the dashboard to the topics tab on the top of your screen. And I'm going to start with looking at all the topics. So underneath popular topics, you'll see where the triangle is and it says see all topics. So I'm going to go ahead and click there. So this is where you can see all of the topics on My Milestones, and they are from A to Z, and they've also broke them down into different categories. So banking, behavioral finance, as you can see, they are constantly adding new content. So everything is up to date. So you'll see these new green squares to the right of whatever topic has just been added to. It goes through budgeting. It talks about purchasing a car. There's information on credit reports, building an emergency fund. They've got a family topic, financial professionals. They've got a section just for parents, healthcare, home and real estate, insurance, investing, managing debt, my personal favorite, pets. I don't have any kids, but I do have 4 dogs at home. So there is a section for those dog parents as well. Retirement, saving for goals, how to spend less. And then it goes into items like cryptocurrency. There's a wedding category as well. It's just a plethora of different financial topics that you can look at on this platform. So moving back up to the topics tab, we're going to go to where it says ways to learn. As we mentioned, everybody likes to learn in different ways. So we're going to go ahead and click on the courses tab. And this is where you're going to see all of the different courses that are listed on My Milestones. As you can see, there are several different courses here, and they are all ranked from level. So you'll see beginner, you'll see intermediate, and you'll see advanced. You can go ahead and sort by level. So it'll start at introductory and then move up to intermediate and advanced as you scroll down. And then it also tells you how long the course takes, which I really like, because if you don't quite have time to do it and you want to save it for later, you can hover over the item and click the red heart, and that will send it directly to your favorites tab on your dashboard, which I'll show you as soon as we go through a couple of other things. So moving on from courses, we'll go down to tools. And I'm going to go ahead and show you my favorite featured tool, which is the budgeting tool. So I went ahead and already filled this budgeting tool out, but I'll give you an idea of all the things that are encompassed within this. So it's going to ask you first how much money you're bringing in. So it asks you how much money you're bringing in, and if somebody else in your household is contributing as well, you can put them there. Then it asks you what goals are you saving for. So I went ahead and set up a couple goals that I was saving for. For the first one, it's my emergency savings fund. So we know that you need to save about 3 to 6 months of living expenses to have a well-equipped emergency fund. So in this particular sense, if I wanted to edit this, I would go over to the right, click edit goal, and I went ahead and filled this out. So I have $5,000 saved. My target amount is to have $10,000 saved. And my target date is to have that by the end of the year 2026. So that would tell me I need to start putting away an extra $131.58 a month in order to reach that goal. Now, if you want to alter this and you're like, oh, I don't really feel comfortable with $131, it needs to be a little bit lower. So let's go ahead and maybe stretch this out to the end of 2027. And that gets me to $100, which I feel a little bit more comfortable with. So then you would just click on the start savings and that would alter that for you. I've got another one in here because I am a vacation lover. So I've got a vacation goal in here. My target amount is 5,000. I've saved about 1,000. So it tells me that I'm 20% complete and I want to have that saved by the end of 2026. Some other sections that are on this is how much you're putting away for retirement or investments. Also, your monthly expenses. So how much are you spending every month? So I've got mortgage and rent on there. And then you can also type these in. So I'll just go ahead and show you that. So that would be, if it was 800, you can also interact and toggle back and forth with the green dot to change it as well. And then moving on down, it goes through everything that would fall under your home. So HOA fees, rental insurance, property taxes, home maintenance. What are you spending on utilities per month? What are you spending on your TV, internet, and phone bill? What are you spending on groceries? It also has a personal and family section. So what are you spending towards childcare, pet care, and your education? Car and transportation. So what are you paying on your car payments? What are you paying for fuel? And you can also add new expenses. So if you don't see this, what you want underneath, you can click add a new expense, and that will add that for you there. Another section that I've seen that has gotten me in trouble in the past is the health and wellness section. So if I did end up being a little bit negative after I've filled this out, I might want to decrease my nail salon visits or my lash extension visits. If I wanted to put that maybe to a more important topic like emergency savings or my retirement. And then it goes through medical care, toiletries, and then your fun money. So what are you spending dining, going out? What are you spending on shopping? So some things that maybe you could end up cutting at the end if you needed to. What am I spending on credit cards, student loans? And then lastly, but not least, insurance expenses. So if you go back up to the top after you've filled out this budgeting tool, it will show you either want to be in the positive or balanced. So in this situation, I am in the positive and I've got some leftover money per month. So that means that I could be contributing a little bit more to my investments, maybe paying down some additional debt, building my emergency fund a little bit more quickly than I had planned. So that is my personally favorite tool, which is a budgeting tool. And then we will move on to articles. So these are all of the featured articles that are on My Milestones right now. And it categorizes it by the latest articles, the most popular articles being consumed, and then it shows all of the articles as well, and that you can also sort by latest or popular there. As you notice, these are similar to the courses, so it gives you a time amount that it would take you to read that, and then you can also favorite any of the content that's on My Milestones for later if you don't happen to have time now. Another feature I will show you is the Start Here guides. So these Start Here guides are really great if you're kind of starting out on a financial topic. So maybe you don't feel like you have a lot of base knowledge on that particular topic. So a great way to kind of get a base understanding before you maybe dive into a little bit more intermediate or advanced materials. So these are the same. They've all got time limits. They've got everything you need to know about managing debt. They've got everything you need to know about managing financial stress. So tons of different information, and I favorited a few that might speak to some of you. So everything you need to know about improving your credit score, everything you need to know about scholarships. So just some additional information there on some really great Start Here guides. Moving on down through the ways to learn down to videos. So some folks like to watch videos in order to get that information. So these are categorized the same way that you saw the articles. So by the most recent, this insight corner is really cool because they've taken a lot of famous individuals and recorded personal quotes from them in regards to personal finance. And then we've got tons of more videos down here if that is the way that you like to learn. And then moving on down to infographics. So some of us are visual learners, and I know that there is one at the very bottom that might be of interest to some of you. So financial planning tips for your first job. So these infographics are really cool. So this one is financial planning for your first job. So it's starting up with opening up a bank account, setting up a direct deposit, how to make a budget, how to start saving, and then how to have fun and focus on your future. So that's an example of one of the infographics on the platform. And then last but not least, some people really like to learn by watching webinars. So there are live webinars. If you'd like to go that route, right here where it says receive webinar reminders and get notified, that will actually notify you the next time that the platform has a live webinar scheduled so that you can go ahead and put it on your calendar to attend. And they also record all of their past webinars. So if you'd like to watch any of the past webinars that the platform has, those are all listed there for you as well.
Hey, Ash,
yeah.
While you're there, if you would scroll back down just a little bit, I would highlight the past right there. The last webinar that they had was preparing for student loan repayment in 2023 and your checklist for success. So if that is of interest or pertains to you, the last webinar that was hosted was very pertinent to student loan repayments and the beginning of those post-pandemic. So very pertinent this time on the webinar for this audience.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Matt. Okay, so moving on to mindfulness. So the mindfulness tab is really cool. It's a newer feature on My Milestones. I personally really enjoy the meditation section here. So this one shows all different money meditations. So exploring mindfulness meditations to lower your financial stress and promote healthier relationship with your money. So the cool thing about these, so you can see these have been recommended to me based on how I filled out the financial wellness checkup. And you can choose how long of a meditation you'd like to participate in. So anything from 5 to 20 minutes is available here. I really personally enjoy this releasing stress meditation that you can do anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes. And they've got tons of other different mindfulness items that you can do as well. And then another thing I will show you here is there is a personality tab here under mindfulness. And this one breaks down my money personality and the way that I filled it out. So if you want more explanation on really what that meant when you filled out that money personality, so this goes over the overview, which is really the why, so the science and the how. The next chapter is the emotions chapter piece of the money personality. So this shows that I was cautious, which we saw on the dashboard, and it shows how many other folks identify the same as you within your money personality. So it shows that 59% of people who took this have been the cautious type. Breaks it down my 3 biggest strengths based on the fact that I was cautious and maybe my 3 biggest challenges. They've got some recommendations on content to consume due to the fact that I am that style, and some action items. So put people first, step out of your comfort zone, and research. And then the next chapter there is the outlook. So that one shows that I was confident, which that was along with 16% of other people there. It's got my strengths, got my challenges, some different recommendations, and then my action items there as well. Next one is my focus type. So this one, I was present focused along with 34% of other folks. It's got my strengths, my challenges, recommendations, and action items, and moving through, those are all mirrored the same. So my influence type was independent, and then my bonus type was fun seeking, which 16% of other folks were too. So that's another fun way you can kind of really dig into the meaning of your money personality. And then they've also got some journaling prompts here and to create a new entry. So that's something you could take advantage of on the mindfulness tab as well. And then last but not least, you can also see your stress score and how your stress progress is, and then how you really compare to others. And then it shows the impact of your financial stress, the emotional impact, shows, your cognitive, your behavioral, and your emotional, that all are encompassed within your financial stress score. So just really more information on how to dive into that financial stress score and really what it means. Last thing I'll show you on the top is the search bar. So does anybody have anything that they think they might be searching for on My Milestones? And it can be absolutely anything in regard to finances. We've yet to really be able to type something in there that hasn't had any results. So can anybody give me any recommendations on something that they think that they might be typing in? And I can go ahead and type in and kind of show you what the search function does. If we don't have any, I'm going to go ahead and type in the holidays, because shockingly enough, we're 74 days away from Christmas. So something to think about there. And it is going to organize all of the content in relation to holidays. So 4 tips for navigating the holiday season, how to watch out for seasonal scams, 9 saving tips, holiday gift giving on a student budget, which might be something that you'd like to look at. So just tons of information that include anything about the holidays are there.
Hey, Ash, we are getting some.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and search for investing next.
Got it. Okay. So investing, it looks like we've got some videos. You can see the play symbol here in the middle. This is investing beyond retirement accounts. Takes about 3 minutes. We've got a start here guide, so everything you need to know about investing, which would be a great thing to start out with if you're kind of new to learning about that. Another article on here looks like it's a 6-minute article, out of the box investment ideas you might want to consider. So I'll just kind of scroll down so you can look. Look here, this looks like an interesting one. Adrenaline junkie or penny pincher? How much investing risk is right for you? So tons of different content to consume when it comes to investing. Thank you so much for.
Yep. Yeah, let's look at budgeting next.
Budgeting, got it. Okay, so budgeting, this is a good example where you're going to type something in the search bar and it's going to come up with a tool or a course, and it will separate it out for you. So this shows that it's got the budgeting tool, and then it goes down to content. So when budgets break down, which looks like it's a 2-minute article, scrolling down, it looks like there's a video on analyzing your budget here that just takes about 1 minute. So real simple and easy. There's one on setting your first long-term budget goals here. That's a 2-minute one that looks exciting because it looks like they're on vacation. So I'm drawn to that automatically. So lots of great things there on budgeting.
You're going to be really drawn to this next one. I'm excited to see what kind of results we get. So we've got a living abroad as a search topic. Let's see what comes back.
All right, tons of stuff. So how to cope after studying abroad. Looks like that's a 3-minute article. 5 methods to maximize your learning experience while studying abroad. 5 tips and tricks to save money while studying abroad. How international students can prepare to study abroad in the U.S. Looks like tons of different things here on.
I think I saw one on the right-hand side. Scroll up one more level. I think I need to read this. Surprising ways to see the world and spend almost nothing. That is an article I'm going to need to go read.
So that one's talking about doing a house swap. Maybe volunteering overseas, getting a research grant for field work, how to find a sponsor, try couch surfing, become an intern for a global organization, study abroad, try a work exchange program.
Very cool.
Click yes, that was helpful and
All
something
right.
that we were
Well,
interested in.
thanks for searching that one. I wondered whether or not anything would come back. We also had some questions about credit. So do you have? Let's go ahead and search like credit or debt and see what comes back.
Sure, if it'll let me type in, I'll just type in both of them. Okay, so ease the stress step by step to get out of debt checklist. The difference between good and bad debt, different types of debt, how to stay responsible with a credit card in college. That one might be of interest. Everything you need to know about credit. So that's a start here guide that would give you kind of all that base knowledge you'd need to know there. 5 behaviors of successful student loan borrowers. 5 tips to minimize your financial aid debt. 5 ways to be the best student loan borrower you can be. So definitely some content there that could be of interest to all of you.
Great. I think that's it for the search. Thanks, Ash.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm going to go back to the dashboard and just show you 2 more things here. So in looking at your websites, because you've got the Join Handshake link up here at the top right-hand side of your dashboard, which I believe you can only access through desktop. And then down at the bottom, we've got links to the career services page and an email, careers@wgu.edu. So in clicking in the career services tab, I learned that you all have a College of IT, a School of Health, a School of Education, and a College of Business. So I kind of based those things around that and the fact that we had students on here to favorite a lot of information that might be of interest to you. So as you can see, some tools that might speak to you are the budgeting tool and the scholarship search, as well as the student loan snapshot, credit score, and award letter analyzer. I'm going to go ahead and click on the scholarship search to show this to all of you. So this has got all different ways to search this. You can search by month. You can also search by education, eligibility, requirements, and different amounts of scholarships. And these are going to show you all of the most pertinent scholarships. Like these are closing today that have a deadline of today. But then they go to like closing in 1 day and further. And then you can also sort by like ending soon or highest dollar amount. We can do it that way as well. So this shows like a Hertz Fellowship, required GPA, any, and then application requirements, an essay, recommendations, and a transcript there for that one. And that one's anywhere from 5 to 250,000. So that's why it showed up in this high dollar amount search. Then there's other ways to learn that kind of pertain to the tool itself. So they've got the optimizing your scholarship search, download our free scholarship ebook, and then they've got some latest tips. So the true value of a scholarship, everything you need to know about scholarships, the ongoing value of work study and scholarships, ultimate guide to earning a scholarship, and the importance of writing thank you letters for scholarships. So that is one of the tools that you might want to check out there. So we're going to maneuver back to the dashboard and back to the favorites. And then it also had some courses that I thought might be of interest to you. So mastering credit and optimizing your score, filing your taxes, repaying your student loans, staying on track with student loans while in school, saving for a child's education, finding scholarships to help pay for school, and using credit cards responsibly. I'm going to go ahead and click on finding scholarships to help pay for school. So the cool thing is when you click on one of these courses, it's going to have you learn more about the course. So more about this particular course is Who Doesn't Love Free Money? Scholarships are an option for students to help alleviate some of their costs of their education. The best part is that the money does not have to be paid back. There are so many different scholarships available for students to apply for. This course will cover how to identify which scholarships you qualify for, how to apply, and tips on earning a scholarship. So what you're going to learn is how to find scholarships that are relevant to you, how to assess the true value of a scholarship, tips for crafting a great scholarship application, why you should care about scholarships, tips for your scholarship search, what to consider before applying for a scholarship, and then common mistakes to avoid. So over here to the right, it's going to show you the course overview. So this was recommended to me based on how I filled out the financial wellness checkup. It's 15 minutes long. It looks like it's a beginning level course. And then what's included in the course as the course setup, the 3 minutes of on-demand video, the 2 interactive exercises, quizzes with immediate feedback, and then personalized course completion certificate. So the cool thing about the courses is it is going to ask you some questions to check your base knowledge before you start the course. And then the course is personalized depending on how you fill out those first few questions. So it kind of tests your base knowledge before it delivers that course to you. So moving back to the dashboard and back to what I've got favorited, we already looked at tools and courses. So next is webinars. So that's where Matt highlighted that preparing for student loan repayment. That was a recent webinar that we had. And then there are several infographics down here. We went over one of those here too, but there's also, we went over financial planning tips for your first job, but there's also the cost of applying to college, ultimate guide to earning a scholarship. So lots of other things that could be of interest to you as well. And then there were some start here guides. I know we talked about the everything you need to know about scholarships, everything you need to know about improving a credit score, and then everything you need to know about improving a poor credit score. And then last but not least is all our articles. So earning a degree is worth the cost of education. 5 services grad students should take advantage of on campus. 3 campus resources for your college student. Choosing college courses that can help you become a financially savvy student. So tons of different content that would definitely be of interest to you, depending on kind of what your personal situation is and what you're studying. So that is a good look at the favorites tab and kind of how you can make that look and set up for you when you don't have time to consume things on the fly. Last but not least on the live demo, I do want to highlight the Connect Commerce and Solutions. So as you're diving through this and you might be making some decisions and you want to take a look at our products and services, you can definitely click on Visit Commerce Bank. Another way to get a hold of us if you do have a particular question is feel free to call this phone number. Hours for the phone number are listed here as well. And then you can also email directly mymilestones@commercebank.com. If you click the green button to the right of that, it will pull up an email and automatically send that after you've typed that up. So I think we've taken a pretty good look at the live demo. So let's go ahead and maneuver back to our scheduled programming. Okay, so now that we've demoed your My Milestones site, we do have a call to action for you. So if you haven't already, please go in and complete your financial wellness checkup in My Milestones, which is located on the dashboard under the Get Recommendations section. So that's the best place to start. And then once you complete that, that's how you're going to start getting delivered personalized content that's really going to help you with your own unique personal situation. Okay. So moving on, we are going to go ahead and get ready to move into a Q&A. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and drop those in the chat. But in the meantime, I have included my contact information. If there's anything I can do to help you after this presentation, I can be reached by email or phone. We've also got Tyler Goff, who is the Business Development Officer here in Kansas City as well, and his contact information. So thank you so much for tuning in today, and we really hope that you enjoy interacting with My Milestones. Last but not least, we've got the QR code and the URL on the screen, and Matt has also dropped that in the chat. So I've gone ahead and we can move into that Q&A.
Yeah, and Jessica had a question. Are we allowed to share the resource with family and friends? We would encourage you to do so because really individuals get the most value when they are filling out their own individual wellness checkup and money personality. So if you were to share that QR code or link with a friend or family, they would be able to register on their own under WGU's profile. So yes, you may share with friends and family, and we would encourage if you're in a household of more than one, this is a best activity if you and the other individual, that if they're contributing to the household income or liabilities, it would be best that both of you complete that financial wellness checkup and money personality to get the most out of the platform. So great question, Jessica. What other questions are there? All right. Well, hearing none, RJ, we will welcome you to wrap us up, but keep in mind we've got, oh, here's another. Is this service offered unlimited on time? Yes, this is a new offering. Great question. We are just introducing this to WGU students and alumni. So this will be the first of multiple discovery and education sessions that we look to partner with RJ and team over the months and quarters ahead. So you will be hearing more from us, but if there is something that you would like to hear about a particular topic or area, feel free to express those to RJ and team, and we'll get that information so that we can be delivering you the content and education that you're looking for.
Well, first, I want to just say thank you, Ashley and Matt, for jumping on today and providing these resources, walking through the website, the tool. I know a lot of people are going to utilize this platform and should be utilizing this platform. I think we could all utilize something on here. So that's something I know moving forward, we're very excited about this. But just a reminder for everybody, this session was recorded. So this will be sent out to you. So if you need to go back and reference anything that was covered today by Ashley, you could certainly go back and watch the recording, share this out with individuals. You know, if maybe you have a colleague, a friend that wasn't able to make it, certainly share this with them so that they can go and access this and save that recording. So if you do have questions moving forward, you can always go back and reference. But thank you both for jumping on, providing this for our WGU populations. We really do appreciate that.
Absolutely. Thank you, RJ, and we look forward to seeing you all next time. Have a good rest of your week.
Thank you all so much.
Take care,
Thanks.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.